I did something last week called Unfit for Crisis. One of the reasons why I left the Libertarian Party, because of their wanting to get out of NATO, which is idiotic. Anyway, here's a paragraph from there that I think I should repeat, considering that something new has happened. Donald Trump is so colossally unfit that the world looks to Putin for leadership. The world knows that Putin violated a solemn pledge to respect the territorial integrity of Ukraine. The world knows that Putin shot down the Dutch passenger plane, killing all aboard. The world knows that Putin has transformed the entire Russian economy into a criminal enterprise, a vast criminal enterprise. The world knows that 71 Russian bankers have been murdered in order to consolidate the banking industry. The world knows that Putin is a whoremaster. The world knows that Putin breeds terrorism with his Islamic-phobic policies. The world knows that Putin condemned to death his own sailors aboard the Kursk. The world knows that Putin is an agent, as an agent provocateur, bombing apartments in Moscow to stir up anti-Chechen hatred. The world knows that Putin murders journalists. The world knows that Putin arrests and murders whistleblowers like Magnitsky. The world knows that Putin is liquidating Christopher Steele's informants. The world knows that Putin uses polonium darts against his political foes. And we can add that last week he used Novichok, a nerve agent in a population area in England, deployed a biological weapon. And we're just lying around letting this crap happen, okay? Now, the conspiracy is huge. Putting Donald Trump into the presidency was the biggest piece, all right? But it's not just him. The opposition to Putin amongst Republicans has dropped by 41%. This is across the country. Dropped by 41% in the last 3 years. All right? I don't know what's going through their mind, but they must think, well, Putin made Russia great again. Well, do you really want that world? Do you really want the entire global economy converted into a vast criminal enterprise? That's what a client oligarchy is all about. That's what he's doing. That's what Donald Trump is trying to copy. Get it into your thick heads, all right? The House Intelligence Committee, the Republicans on that, the majority report, and God help us, let's get rid of them once and for all. A year from now, those members of the House Intel Committee will either the country will install Donald Trump as president for life, the right-wing Russian-backed conspiracy will succeed, or these people, okay, these Republican members of the House Intel Committee will be impeached for treason. And I'm going to read you their names. Devin Nunes, California 22nd. Mike Conway, Texas 11th. Peter King, New York 2nd. Frank Lobiondo, New Jersey 2nd. Tom Rooney, Florida 17th. Ileana, she might escape. Ileana Ross Lettinen, Florida 27th. Michael Turner, Ohio 10th. Ben Wenstrup, Ohio 2nd. Chris Stewart, Utah 2nd. Rich Crawford, Arkansas 1st. Trey Gowdy, South Carolina 4th. Elise Stefanik, New York 21st. Will Hurd, Texas 23rd. You people knew that you were not following all the leads. You people were determined to fuzz this up. And this is, okay, what's going on right now? Okay, this is May 1940. This is February 1861. We are in the midst of a colossal secular crisis, what Strauss now call a secular crisis, all right? You people, and mind you, the people that wouldn't back him, the people that made Churchill's job almost impossible, were the America First crowd. And why? Because secretly in their little houses, they were cheering on Hitler's destruction of European Jewry. They were for it. They thought, oh, that'd be great. Wouldn't it be great to get rid of all the Jews? All right. That's what those people were then, and today it's similar. Now it's the Chinese, it's the Mexicans, whatever group that's not racially pure. That's what those people are all about. That's what they were about then. And just like then, the rest of us must move forward without them. The definition of a secular crisis by axiomatic. It is axiomatic that the society, the country is not united. The first secular crisis, American Revolution, 30% of the people were Tories. Okay, 30% of the people wanted to stick with the king. American Civil War, obviously the country was divided. All right, but even the sections were divided within themselves. It was mass disunity. All right. World War II, we've got this illusion in our heads that we were united, but the truth of the matter is we were not. The America First crowd, the only reason we got into it finally was that we were attacked by non-white people. Okay? The America First crowd their indifference to the situation in Europe what made them unable to see the vastness of Hitler's plan. Okay? If the Japanese Navy and the German Navy had been able to link up in the Indian Ocean, they would have been able to break the British supply line, and they would have brought them down. Okay? If they bring them down, America thought, well, we can take, they don't really want us anyway. Well, imagine this. The entire resources of the rest of the world, okay, under fascist control, that's what we'd be up against by ourselves. Right? They were wrong. And that's in Hitler's, the second volume of Mein Kampf. Hitler's plan was to take us on after we got control of the resources of the rest of the world. Okay? That's how stupid, utterly stupid, the America First crowd was then. And they are that stupid now. They have no concept. They really think that progressive Americans are their enemy, and that Putin doesn't matter. Okay? That's what they think. They are wrong. The rest of us we need to be united. Well, no, we don't. We never have been united during a secular crisis. That's why it is a secular crisis. The rest of us must move on. We must confront Putin, and they can make their decision whether or not they want to be a fifth column for that glorified pimp or not. That's up to them. Let them make that. They can make their decision. All right, but the rest of us must move on. We must confront the beast.